I am Bhaskar, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. In today's class, we are going to see Cauchy's theorem and problems on Cauchy's theorem. What is that Cauchy's theorem statement? We are saying that. So first, Cauchy's theorem. Cauchy's theorem. What is that Cauchy's theorem means? The statement I am writing here. Statement. If f of z is analytic at all points inside all points inside and on a simple closed curve inside and on a simple closed curve on a simple closed curve C, then integration of C into f of z into dz equal to 0. This is a statement. Proof. If f of z is analytic at all points, analytic means it satisfies the CR equation at all points inside and on a simple closed curve. It should be analytic inside on a simple closed curve C. Then integration of C into f of z into dz equal to 0. Now, proof. What is that proof here? How do you prove means? We know that in line integral you have done. Let f of z equal to u plus iv. Integration of f of z into dz equal to, what is the z? Z is nothing but here x plus iy. What is dz is nothing but dx plus idy. Now integration of f of z is u plus iv into dz plus I am writing as dx plus idy. Now you will write this. This is c. Now integration of c into, what is that? U into dx plus iv into I is nothing but plus I square into v into dy plus I into v into dx plus I into v dx plus u into dy. Now integration of c into u dx I square is nothing but minus 1 minus v into dy plus I into v dx plus u dy. Now here I am going to take separate integrals here. C into u dx plus of minus v into dy. This is one integral plus I into integral of c into v dx plus u dy. Like this, I have been separated into two integrals. We have Green's theorem in a plane. We have Green's theorem in a plane. Stating that if m of x comma y and n of x comma y, if m of x comma y and n of x comma y are two real valued functions, having continuous first order partial derivatives, first order partial derivatives in a region bounded by the curve. In a region bounded by the curve. Bounded by the curve C. In a region means that is capital R, bounded by the curve C. Curve C. Then integration of, then we can write, we know that Green's theorem. So that Green's theorem we are writing here. Integration of C into integration of C m dx plus n dy equal to double integral of R into dou n by dou x minus dou m by dou y into dx into dy. Double integral of R into dou n by dou x minus dou m by dou y into dx into dy. Applying this theorem on the RHS of C, we are applying this theorem, RHS of this equation. We'll take this equation. What is that equation? RHS of this equation. So what is this equation? We know that. So equation 1, we can consider that. We can consider as equation 1. This is equation 1, you can consider. Right. So if you'll take that is equation 1, applying this, RHS of equation 1. Equation 1 you have to put for RHS of equation 1. If you'll put that, integration of C into f of z into dz equal to double integral of R into, here see, what is that dou n by dou x? We know that here, what is that n is nothing but here m dx plus n dy. N is nothing but v minus v. Dou n by dou x minus dou m by dou y. Dou n by dou x is nothing but minus dou v by dou x minus dou m by dou y, dou u by dou y into dx into dy plus I into double integral of R into, what is that this one say? First one should be u v dx plus u dy, m dx plus n dy. N is nothing but u, dou u by dou x minus dou v by dou y into dx into dy. Into dx into dy, that is dy. Now I can write integration of C into f of z into dz equal to double integral of R. We'll see this. We know that CR equations. I'll write once again this C minus dou v by dou x minus dou u by dou y into dx into dy plus I into double integral of R into dou u by dou x minus dou v by dou y into dx into dy. Right. We know the we know that CR equations in a plane, dou u by dou x equal to dou v by dou y, dou v by dou x equal to minus dou u by dou y. Now I can write, so integration of C into f of z into dz equal to double integral of R into minus dou v by dou x. What is that minus dou v by dou x is nothing but dou u by dou y minus dou u by dou y into dx into dy plus I into double integral of R into, here see, in the place of dou u by dou x, I can keep dou u by dou x only. Dou v by dou y. What is the dou v by dou y is nothing but one should be dou u by dou x. Dou v by dou y is nothing but also dou u by dou x only into dx into dy. Now integration of c into f of z into dz equal to, this one should be 0 plus I into 0, integration of c into f of z into dz equal to 0, which is the required proof for the given Cauchy theorem. Hence Cauchy's theorem proved. Cauchy's theorem proved. Right. Now, using this, we are going to see some problems in the Cauchy's theorem. Right. First problem we can see in the Cauchy's theorem. Verify Cauchy's theorem for the function f of z equal to z square, where c is the square having vertices 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. For this solution I am doing here. This solution here they have given that the points, this is that x-axis and this is y-axis. Here the points are given. So the point should be 1 should be 0, 0. So that is 0, 0 is A, and this is B is nothing but 1, 0. C is nothing but 1, 1. D is nothing but 0, 1. D is 0, 1. Now, if you join this, so you will get in the form of like this, which is nothing but a square here. Now, here similarly, what you have done in line integral, in that like that only you have to do. This is C1, this is C2, this is C3, and this is C4. C1, C2, C3, C4. Now, we have to prove that, to show that integration of c into f of z into dz equal to 0. Now, I can write integration of c f of z into dz equal to integration of c1. So this is c1 into f of z into dz plus c2 into f of z into dz plus c3 into f of z into dz plus c4 into f of z into dz. Right, equal to 0 I have to show. What is c1 means? Integration of c1 into f of z into dz. c1 is x-axis. X-axis means y equal to 0. Y equal to 0, dy equal to also 0 you will get. Now, I will take what is f of z here. So here given f of z equal to z square. If z equal to x plus iy means, what are the dz is nothing but dx plus I dy. Now, first along c1 I can find it out. Integration of c1 into f of z into dz. c1 is x-axis, that is nothing but y equal to 0. F of z is nothing but z square into dz is nothing but dx plus I dy. Z is nothing but, we will take it as, this is C1. Z is nothing but z square is x plus iy whole square into dx plus I dy. Now here, see, this is y equal to 0, dy equal to 0. Y plus 0 and dy plus also I have to put 0. Now only the limit should be x equal to 0 to x equal to 1. This one should be x square x plus 0 whole square into dx plus I dy is nothing but dx plus I into 0. Now I will write x equal to 0 to 1 x square into dx. X square into dx. Now you will write integration of x square should be x cubed by 3. Limit should be 0 to 1. So that equal to, you will get it as 1 by 3. Integration of C1 into f of z into dz equal to, you will get it as 1 by 3. Similarly, we will get along BC, that is nothing but C2. Along BC you can do. Next one, along BC. Along BC. BC is nothing but, we will take it as, what is that BC line? We know that. Here if you'll see, this is BC line. BC line should be x equal to 1. Along BC, x equal to 1 means dx equal to 0. Now, C2 into f of z into dz equal to C2 into f of z should be z square into dz. Now I'll write C2 into z is nothing but x plus iy whole square into dz is nothing but dx plus I dy. X is nothing but C2 is nothing but integration of C2. C2 is nothing but, I'll write C2 here, 1 plus iy whole square into dx is 0 into I dy. Now if you take I outside, only y terms are there. In C2, if you see C2 line, this is C2 line. C2 line y limits is nothing but y equal to 0 to 1. If this is y is 0 and y equal to 1. Only y values are there. So that is equal to y equal to 0 to y equal to 1 into 1 plus iy whole square. This I took outside into dy I will get. Now I want to integrate this. So if I will integrate this, I into integration of 1 into dy should be y plus integration of, first I have to expand this. If I will expand this, then afterwards I will integrate this. Integration of, just a minute. So I will expand this, then afterwards I will integrate this. First one should be I into integration of 1 plus 1 square is 1 plus 2 into iy plus iy whole square into dy. This is nothing but integration of y equal to 0 to y equal to 1. Now I into integration of, say, this one if I will write y equal to 0 to y equal to 1, 1 plus 2i into y minus y square. I square value should be minus 1 minus y square into dy. Now I into integration of dy should be y plus 2i into integration of y dy should be y square by 2 minus integration of y square should be y cube by 3. Limit should be y equal to 0 to y equal to 1. Now I into, first this 2 I will cancel it. Y is nothing but 1 plus I into y square is nothing but 1 square. This is y cube is 1 by 3. Lower limit should be minus 0. Now I'll get I into 1 plus I minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3 plus 1. So this one I can write minus 1 by 3 plus 1. We can write y cube by 3. So if you will take here I is there. So if you will take LCM, 1 minus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3. I into 2 by 3 plus I will get. If I will multiply this, 2i by 3 minus 1 you will get. This is integration of C2 into f of z into dz equal to 2i divided by 3 minus 1. This is the value of C2. Next, along CA, how to find? So what is that? Along CA is nothing but this is CA. CA is nothing but y equal to 1. CA is nothing but along CA. Next one we are going for along CA. CA is nothing but y equal to 1. Y equal to 1 means dy equal to 0. Dy equal to 0. Now integration of C3 into z square into dz equal to integration of C3 is nothing but z is nothing but x plus iy whole square. Dz is nothing but dx plus I dy. Now here dy is 0. In the place of y we are putting 1. In the place of y we are putting 1. Now integration of C3 into z square into dz equal to. Now here, what we are doing here, we are putting dy equal to 0, y equal to 1. That means x plus I whole square into dx. C3 into x plus I whole square into dy is 0 into dx. Now we can write integration of C3. What is that? X is nothing but the value of x. C3. What is that? C3 is nothing but we know that C3 should be x value. It's moving from what is that? 1 to 0. You can write lower limit should be 1 to 0. Why 1 to 0 means this is 1 to 0 in the direction going. X plus I whole square should be x square plus 2ix plus 1 into dx. Now we have to integrate this. A plus b whole square formula applied. So if you will integrate this, you will get x cube by 3 plus 2i into x square by 2 plus x. Limit should be x equal to 1 to x equal to 0. You will write this one 1 cube by lower upper limit if you will apply 0 minus of lower limit if I will apply 1 cube by 3 plus this 2 get cancelled. So you will get plus I x square is there. So that means you will get plus I into 1 square plus x is nothing but 1. Now you will get 1 cube by 3 is 1 by 3 plus 1. 1 by 3 plus 1 is nothing but, here see, I think this one should be x square. Just a minute. Here, what is that? X plus iy whole square. If you will give y equal to 1 means you will get this is x plus I whole square. This is, you will get it as I square, not 1 square. I square. I square is nothing but minus 1. This one you will get it as minus x. Then if you will apply the limit minus 1, you will get this one, you will get it as 1 by 3 minus 1 should be minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3 plus I. Minus 2 by 3. So here, what is that? Here minus is there. 1 by 3 minus 1 should be minus 2 by 3 plus I is there. We'll multiply this 2 by 3 minus I you will get. This is integration of C3 into z square into dz equal to 2 by 3 minus I. Next, C4. Integration of C4 into z square into dz equal to C4 into z square is nothing but x plus iy whole square into dx plus I dy. Now, here along C4, C4 is nothing but C4 line. What is that C4 line? If you see the graph, you can see that graph. C4. C4 is nothing but y-axis. Y-axis is nothing but x equal to 0. C4 y-axis x equal to 0. Now you'll write integration of C4 into x equal to 0 means 0 plus, if x equal to 0 means dx equal to 0. X equal to 0 means 0 plus iy whole square. Dx is nothing but 0. 0 plus I dy. Now you'll write 0 plus I dy is nothing but, we can write it as integration of C4 only y limits. Y limits moves from which point to which point? Y limit should be 0, 1, 1 to 0. 1 to 0. Y equal to 1 to 0. 0 plus iy whole square is nothing but I square y square into I dy. I square is minus 1. So this is nothing but minus I into integration of y equal to 0 to 1 y square into dy. What is that? Minus I into integration of y square should be y cube by 3. Limit should be y equal to 1 to 0. Now, first I can write minus I into, first limit should be 0. 0 by 3, 0 minus 1 cube. This one you will write 0 minus 1 cube is nothing but minus 1. You will get it as plus I by 3 you will get. Plus I by 3. This is C4. Now I can write integration of C4 into z square into dz equal to I by 3 you will get. This is I by 3. Now first curve, second curve, third curve, all the curves I can take now. So finally I'll get the result like this. Integration of C into f of z into dz equal to integration of C1 into f of z into dz plus integration of C2 into f of z into dz plus integration of C3 into f of z into dz plus integration of C4 into f of z into dz. Now we'll get integration of C1 into f of z into dz. What is the value of C1? C1 we know that C1 is 1 by 3. What is that? C1 is 1 by 3. What is that? C2? C2 is 2i by 3 minus 1. First one should be 1 by 3 plus 2i by 3 minus 1. Next C3. What is that? C3 is nothing but 2 by 3 minus I. 2 by 3 minus I. 2 by 3 minus I. Next, fourth one is C4. C4 is nothing but I by 3. C4 is I by 3. Now, integration of C into f of z into dz equal to 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 minus 1. Next, 2i by 3 minus I plus I by 3. Now I'll write integration of C into f of z into dz equal to 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 is 3 by 3 minus 1. Now I'll write 2i by 3. This one should be, I'll write 3i by 3 minus I. This 3 get cancelled, 3 cancelled. Integration of C into f of z into dz equal to 1 minus 1 plus I minus I. Now you'll get integration of C into f of z into dz equal to 0. Hence, Cauchy theorem verified. Cauchy's theorem verified. So similarly, any kind of problem, if they'll give, you can simplify by using Cauchy's theorem in the same way we can do in any kind of problem. So here 4 points they are given. First along C1, how we are doing in the line integral. In the same way we have to do separately, and we can add that one. And if we do add all the terms, all the values, if we get 0 means Cauchy theorem verified. If you will not get, if it is not equal to 0 means Cauchy's theorem is not verified, like that we have to write. That's all in this Cauchy's theorem and problems.